Hey there, Sunbird Nation. Before I throw my cylinder head on, it was something I wanted to document quickly. When my cylinder head porting flow guy had this in his hands last, he said he had this head last. He was looking at the combustion chamber and said, the shape isn't bad. I don't like this ridge right here. It probably has a little bit of shrouding on the valve, especially the exhaust. You should lay this back. I said, well, I'm not going to put it in a bridge port or whatever and machine it all. He said, well, at least take the sharp edge off so you don't have a hot spot. That'll glow like, super red. So this is the stock cylinder head. So when I had the other one in my hands, I said, oh yeah, I got to break this bead here. So I did. I used a deburn tool and a piece of sandpaper to sand the whole thing down. And I was looking at it saying, wait a minute, these aren't the same. So I did a side by side, and I saw a picture on a Facebook Sunbird group the other day with a combustion chamber looked different than mine. And I pointed out and said, I don't know if this is a difference between the MPFI engine or early and late. I mean, this cylinder head is off of 1990. And it even says on the side, somewhere on it's got 90, I think, or 89. 89 right there, which I'm gonna go with is the year of the head was cast. I know it was a 1990 Sunbird Turbo I took this motor out of years and years and years ago. And this one, if I remember correctly, was in the trunk of a parts car I parted out, which was an 88, I think. So I don't know what this head is. It does say on it 91 right there. If you look at the numbers, this says GM 2670. This one says GM 2670. This one has 902098. This one has 20989. I don't know how to decipher all this crap. This one says 90 here. So I'm not sure what's going on here. There's a difference. So my first thought was, well, maybe the combustion chambers are different sizes, because looking at it, this looks small, this looks big to me, but looks are deceiving. So I CC'd them quickly with my CC plate and my graduated cylinder. And this one is about 55. I spilled a drop or two. And this one is about 52, which again, I spilled a drop or two. So the difference is negligible. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I was just worried about having the compression too high, which does not appear to be a problem. This had been milled a few times too, probably 10, maybe 12 thousandths tops. This one appears to be virgin. I mean, I know my friend said he skimmed this thing to make it flat because it was warped when he did the work to it. And if you look right here, you can see in this little bridge, it's the boss for the stud. You can see it's getting close to the end. The sun's on the camera or what. Likewise over here, you see it a little bit. Whereas this one, it's a lot deeper. Now, whether that's a function of these two different cylinder heads having little casting differences, or if this thing is just it's representative of how much has been milled, I don't know. But I would like to believe that the newer heads have a better combustion chamber shape, because GM started learning things about flame propagation and travel and things like that. I mean, look at today's combustion chambers. They're tight, heart-shaped, they're beautiful. So I don't know what to make of this. All I can tell you is this is a turbo head to my knowledge. It came off a turbo engine. I've ran it for years. I mean, I've had this engine together since like 2010 or so. This one is unknown. I don't know what it's from. The car I bought was a turbo Sunbird. The guy I got the engine from told me it was a brand new turbo engine from the Opel factory. He was in Germany, he was in the Coast Guard, and he did a tour in Europe. He said he bought a brand new engine from the factory. And then later on he said, well, it was just a brand new engine. It wasn't a turbo engine. So I don't know what this head is. I don't know what he did. So regardless, that's kind of where we are. But the combustion chamber shapes are definitely different. So my friend was concerned about the wall being laid back at the exhaust valve. I don't think with this style chamber it's an issue, because it's pretty generous right here. This side's laid back pretty well too. So if you have this style head and you want to maybe free up some power or make it flow a little better, you may want to just open this up a teeny bit and lay this back a little. You can leave it alone, it'll be fine. If you have this style head, you're probably great as it is. When he mentioned laying the wall back, this was the head he had on his bench. Maybe this one last, this one was first. And they were about a week and a half apart. So this one wasn't there when he was looking at this one. So there you go, food for thought. Combustion chambers are about the same size. I wouldn't worry about those at all. I was concerned, but now I'm no longer concerned. So that's a story. I'm done with this thing. It's all smoothed out. It's gonna go back on the engine, hopefully today, and I can get this show on the road. So Hope you learned something from that. If not, sorry. Thanks for watching as usual, and good luck with your cars.